It's a Windows issues, improv, no script, no rehearsal, no plan. Bring your Windows computer troubles for the crew to blow smoke or ideas your way. Amp up your problem solving skills with us.
Good morning. It is September 11th, 9/11/911 in 2024, and it is, oh, I started the show early. It's 8:59 and 38 seconds. I don't know how I did that. I only work here. Somebody else pushes the buttons. It's some other Doug. Zero drop frames, and do I even have audio zero drop confirmation? Yeah, there's an audio confirmation because I didn't get it over there. And I know that I'm being hoid. SpeakerBot should be alive. Then I'm gonna come over here. Patriot Day, National Patriot Day, September 11th, Memorial and Museum in New York City. Huh? What? What's that
John
about?
Williams said, hello, Doug.
Hello, John. Abby says it's all normal. I did go watch. I am educated about Abby Normal and that clip. But let's see, where am I going to show this? Let's, I'm going to minimize things on this monitor to show the picture of the day from Bing. Is the memorial in New York. If I click on the B down here for Bing, or if you're getting it on there on the other screen thing that Windows does, there might be an icon up in the upper right corner so that you can see the detail about whatever photo is being shown. But when I click into here, we see some information about the Memorial and Museum in New York City. I have not been there. I did go, my last time and only time to New York was prior to that day in 2001. So anyway, remembering that event today and all the impact that it had on us, not only in the USA, but some people around the world shared that impact with us. Now, so let's move on to, I have a redirect in effect for Carey's show. Go give you a little preview hit on that. Crazy fast, Orico, tool-free installation, M.2 NVMe, ultra speedy, ultra capacity, ultra cooling. That's what he's up to at his usual time. Then come back over here. Oh, let's go see if Brian's got jokes. Let's see if I can do these buttons right this time. I got my buttons back. Yes, I do. I got my buttons back. How about you? Yeah, let's see. It's over here somewhere. Here it is. Go up near, scroll to the top and search for Brian. See if he gives me anything today. If you choke, zoom in a bit. I haven't read the rest of it yet. If you choke a Smurf, did you ever wonder what color does it would turn? Does it would, okay, I'm going to say that there's a typo there, and that kind of spoiled the joke. If you choke a Smurf, did you ever wonder what color it would turn? Or what color does it turn? No, that's a question. There's a question mark. So that's a question. I'm a Doug. I got to answer the question. Did I ever wonder what color turned? No, never did wonder. Never did. Never. I can remember when I once had a real life. Now I have a computer and a modem. Looks like his third one he retracted. Oh, here's Easy Stumper. Doug's father has 3 sons. 2 of them are named Snap and Crackle. What's the third son's name? Doug. Just boom, right off the bat. Did not stump me. Doug's father has 3 sons. 2 of them are named Snap, Crackle. He's trying to get me to say Pop. No, it's Doug. Doug will never get this one. 10 engineers figured out a way to drop a raw egg from 20 feet high onto a concrete floor without cracking it. How did they do it? 10 engineers I'm in trouble, I think. 10 engineers figured out a way to drop a raw egg from 20 feet high onto a concrete floor without cracking it. See, I'm imagining 10 engineers standing on top of each other. That would be way more than 20 feet high. 10 engineers figure out a way to drop an egg from 20 feet high. They drop it from one person to the next. I don't think that's what it is. No, I'm going to say that you got me stumped on that one. Let's see. Is he going to give it away?
PDT 2005 said, I checked. There's one of those memorials for each building that once stood there.
Oh, so there's 2 memorials. I did not know that. Thank you. Whoever heard of a raw egg cracking on a concrete floor? Mike says. Drop a raw egg, it's not hard boiled, without cracking it. How do they do it? Okay, let's go for a new topic here.
Brian Lightfoot said eggs don't crack concrete floors.
Oh, without cracking the concrete floor. All right, without crack. Raw egg onto a concrete floor without cracking it. How did they do it? I don't know. Grammatically, I think that could be interpreted either way, huh? Raw egg without cracking it. All right, I get it. I get it. I did not get it on my own. I got it after you explained it to me. After you Doug explained it to me. Okay, so there we covered those 2. StreamDeck restore operation. Yesterday I told you I was doing a restore operation to restore the file folder that contains my StreamDeck stuff, but I was doing it from my cloud-based backup with MagnusBox. So I'm going to show you a little peek at how that worked, because doing a selective file or folder restore from a cloud backup is really, really slow. So let's come over here. Here's this restore operation. See where it says restore right there? Right there. MagnusBox Vault, Storage Vault. Duration, almost 2 hours. Now, the wait symbol you saw yesterday was not part of the 2 hours. That was trying to show me what folders were available. I think I checked on it an hour or 2 later and selected the files that I wanted. There were 327 directories involved. It was 113 megabytes. And let's see, if I click away from that, I get more information about it back here. Yeah, so it's 12:06 my time. When I showed you that it was searching for the files and folders to display to me, that was, what, at 9:05 my time. So by the time I selected the folders that I wanted to restore and told it to do it and selected the destination, that was 12:06. And it finished around 2:05 p.m. Yeah, a selected restore from a cloud backup, that is really, really slow. Then, moving along, taskbar settings regarding seconds. Dennis was the first one that gave me a update on that, and it's in channel comments. Today's cumulative update build 4169 is the same as 4112. So that update preview, I think, was for 4112, and the public release was 4169, if I'm understanding that right. Let's see, I have installed the update. Yeah, so I'm at 4169. So 4169 is the same as 4112, except maybe for the possibility of 4169 might actually include some stuff that they did not put in the preview build, or it might have stuff that was in the preview build 4112 that did not make it to the public release. When it comes to second display, everybody should see it in the new location in settings now. So that change did carry over. And so if I go into, let's see, in the new location in settings, yeah, it's not in taskbar behavior anymore. It used to be in taskbar behavior with a check mark for show seconds in the task system tray or whatever they called it back then. But now it's in time and language, time and date, and then where was it? Oh, this drop down here showed time and date in the system tray and this checkbox here. I think this makes more sense. I think this is a sensible change. I agree with them making this change. I think the display of seconds in the time should be a date and time setting rather than a taskbar behavior setting. So, and then while I'm in here, just acknowledge Jim's comment. I laugh at this every time. When I saw his comment, it made me laugh about it. And I have replayed that incident at 15 minutes in yesterday's show. If you don't know what that's about and you want a little laugh, you could go look at that. I'm still holding off on this one. I feel bad about the delayed response for him, but we'll get to that. So Dennis, I'll give a thumbs up and a heart, and Jim, I'll give a thumbs up and a heart. And then, let's see, that covers channel comments. Windows initialization for AceMagic.
DDT 2005 said I have an updated comment.
You have another updated comment? Well, go ahead. Oh, maybe it's in chat. Control F, DDT 2005. There's hello, and then I checked. There's one of those memorials for each building. That one stood there. I think I think I spoke that when I saw that on my OBS. An updated comment. Is there some other comment? Or maybe you put that in before you saw me read your comment. Maybe you weren't watching at that time, but I already covered your channel comment. This one over here. Okay. And thank you for that, Dennis. Windows initialization. Yeah, whatever, Doug. Whatever. All right. I've got the laptop down here. The battery is charged up. I think I've decided the way I'm going to train my client to open this is use your fingers on both sides to get it up about 1/2 inch, and then slide your thumb over to the middle and pull it up. I think on any laptop, it's a good idea to open it in a, thoughtful way rather
Read chat,
than.
please.
Okay, I'll come right back to that. Refresh my channel comment. Oh, okay, I'll get that. Rather than what a lot of times people will open on one side, I think that puts stress on the hinge. So I'll go ahead and get this open. Then I'll go I'll refresh that comment to see what else Dennis said. Refresh this page. Those two that I did the thumbs up and heart will go away. I don't see it. You know what? If it's a follow-up comment on that, it won't show up here. I have to go back to that video. Let's see. You could just tell me what the comment is. Must have been over here. If it was on yesterday's show, and then take this away. Oh, update. Lost power during yesterday's update. Had to delete download folder in software distribution to fix it. That's curious. All right. Lost power during the update, while the update was running. So I'm going to deduce that means the update did not complete. And in order to get it to download that update again, you had to delete the download folder in the software distribution to fix it. Is that reasonably close to what you had to do and why? Because the power went out while the update was in process. Exclamation mark Y if I got that correct. If not, then give me whatever you want to say. And I need to move on. So I'm waiting, waiting, waiting. Yes, he says. Okay, thank you. Now, getting back to this, not unboxing, this startup. Okay, so then to open this screen, another thing I want to train them to is have, train my client for is have the monitor, the display panel straight up when you go to open this. And I had to make extra space available on my desk to do this. For the purposes of doing the Windows initialization, I'm going to pull this all the way around, open this up this way, and then we'll turn it on. And here's the power button. This is the first time turning it on. And there's some lights going on. AceMagic. I turned my camera upside down, so it's a little disorienting the way I'm looking at this. But it really does look right. Just a moment. Guess that's about the best I can do with those lights reflecting. No RGB,
Keith
what a
said,
scam.
no RGB. What a scam.
But it's got this nice gold-plated silliness up here. It says, stay hungry, stay foolish. In some kind of...
To set up your device using a screen reader,
Oh.
turn on narrator by pressing Windows plus
No,
Control
no, no, no,
plus
no,
Enter.
no.
For more
No, 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 no.
accessibility features,
Shut up.
press
Shut
Windows
up.
plus
Stop,
U,
stop,
or
stop.
select the accessibility.
It looked like it took that as a double tap. So that's why I didn't mute the first time. Okay, so yes to English. And yes to United States. US keyboard. Second keyboard, I'll skip. Get connected to a network? No, I'm going to say I don't have internet. And I think particularly with AceMagic, even if I let it connect to the internet, I think it'd still let me do a local account because AceMagic seems to be pretty good about that, but it would do an update. It would try to do an update to the out-of-box experience. So continue with limited setup. Accept this. Who's going to use this device? So here it goes straight to name. Who is the, do I want to use that name? Yeah, I'll just do it this way. This is his real name. Oh, you can't even see it. And no password for now. I see, Londog, you're talking about something about a car radiator and taking a few minutes, so I'm thinking maybe you're going to be leaving.
Zvi Manor said, you can type my name.
Oh, you want this computer. I get it. That was a 3-character name, so how do you know I didn't type Zvi? This might take a few minutes. Don't turn off your PC. Oh, stop that, Doug. I'm scrolling back through the chat a little bit. I saw the no RGB scan. Well, I don't know. Can you call this RGB? No, this is AB. Knight Rider light, Slondog calls it. And there we go. Almost there. Are we there yet? Are we there yet, Dad? There it is. There's the desktop. There's a lot of placeholders here, but I think there's like pretty much nothing pinned. Windows key R appwiz.cpl to see what's installed here. Oh, look at that, only 3 items installed. But at this point, I can connect my capture device to it and then bring it up on the screen for you. And we can take a look at some other stuff. All right, let's try my capture card and see if it comes right up. Does not. Let's try some, let's see, I'll do a right click, display settings, and it's showing 3 displays. Let's see. Yeah, you can tell from there, it's, I think, showing 3 displays. I'll click on the middle one, it turns blue. Click on display number 3. And I want it to duplicate. Here it says extend to this display. I'll duplicate desktop on 1 and 3. See what that gives us. Does that give us the right thing? It's not showing on the back display. I'm going to have to try some clicks over here. Picture. Sometimes I have to kind of do a reset or kick this thing. Okay, I'm going to switch over to Baby Beast and then back to this monitor, see if that works. Did not. So the computer is recognizing that there's a 3rd display. It's not sending out to it. I'm going to tell it to duplicate desktop on 1 and 2 and see if it comes up on the backside monitor. It does not. Okay. Disconnect my capture card because I'm out of length. Bring the computer over here where you can see that.
Ran
second
Israel
screen.
said, toggling between extend and duplicate.
I'll try that. There's extend. No life over here. And there's an option show only on 2.
LJ said, did everyone update yesterday?
I actually updated this morning. My both of my computers, as of 8 p.m. last night, they had not downloaded the update yet. And I know that because I did shut down and neither of them offered to shut down and install the update. But this morning, I had the prompt to restart to install the update. So after turning them on this morning, a few minutes later, I restarted both computers.
LJ said mine did not come till today also.
Ah. Yeah, I'm getting no life on the second monitor, no life through my capture card. I'm going to try the buttons up here. Okay, I see a mouse pointer. Yeah, using the buttons up here work. There's a 3rd button that appears to be both displays. So maybe you have to do these physical buttons before things happen. I got somebody at the front door. Hold on.
LJ said it's Ken.
No, it wasn't Ken. It wasn't Ken. It was a delivery, not computer related. Okay, so now we got two screens. I get more. Oh, I did this before. Nobody caught this. I've done this mistake before. I'll give you a minute to figure out what mistake I made. Why did I not get the signal coming through my capture card? I'm going to give you a minute to come up with that before I let the cat out of the bag. HDMI cable, Greg says. That's not specific enough. What do you mean HDMI cable? I plugged in the HDMI cable. Keith says, I was thinking a cable was unplugged. The cable was, HDMI cable was plugged in. Split or not powered on? No. Something wasn't connected? No. This is a mistake I've made before on stream. Capture card not plugged in. That's pretty close. What do you mean by capture card not plugged in? I think that's close enough. I'll give it to you, Jeff. I plugged the HDMI cable for this monitor, for a monitor that's on my desk over here. I did not plug in the HDMI cable for my capture card. And when I told it to display on monitor 3, I didn't see it come up on that monitor because that monitor is powered off with its power button. Okay, I selected duplicate on 1 and 3. Let's see if we get it now. Yes, there it is. Now I need a wireless mouse. Turn the keyboard and mouse on. Transceiver is in place, and then come back to here. I see a mouse. Yeah. There, it's darting across the screen really fast and hard to see. Oh, wait a minute, that's not a duplicate.
Ran Israel said how many USB ports are on that laptop.
We'll get to that in a moment. I did, it's set for extend to this display. So I want to change that, duplicate desktop on 1 and 2. I thought I had selected that. Maybe I didn't click on the keep changes button. It's still not duplicated. It's extended. I've checked, I've selected duplicate twice and it hasn't duplicated. It is currently extending across all 3 monitors. I can't get it to duplicate. Okay, then. Okay, I just click the identify button and the capture device shows as monitor 3. This screen shows as monitor 1. This screen would show as monitor 2 if I look quick enough. Yes. Okay, so I'm going to try monitor 2. Do this drop down and choose disconnect this display. So I'm telling it through this Windows configuration to disconnect the display that's on the back side. See if that worked. Yes, and it made this screen smaller on this panel. And then I'm going to try duplicate on 1 and 3. No, 1 and 3 is not a choice. I can do 1 and 2, but 2 is disconnected right now. Or I can do 2 and 3. That's weird. Now I'm going to try disconnecting screen 1, which would be the one built into the monitor. And there is no option for disconnecting it.
Keith said, can you make 3 the primary display?
I'm looking at that. I'll click on 3, and down here there's a checkbox, make this my main display. So I'm putting a check mark there. I'll bet this is going to do it. But it did not. Oh. Now the touchpad mouse is dead.
Keith said that worked.
Did it? Oh, oh, okay. The icons came over to this display. Oh, I see what's going on.
LJ said, what are the speakers like?
We'll get to that in a bit. Let's get something functional here. Okay, the mouse is over on that screen. Ah, the laptop is off the left edge of my capture card screen. Now, if I right click over here and choose display settings, that will not open it over here. So I got to move the mouse to the left and go close the display panel, or drag it over. Let's drag it over. There we go. And then I'll go back and get programs and features and drag it over. So there's the 3 things that are installed. And I'm going to window projector view in OBS so I can see this bigger in front of me. Okay. Let's check out a few things and we'll get to the speakers. Since the noise cancellation or the noise filtering that OBS does, it's going to be a little difficult to show
Ran
that.
Israel said try Winky plus P and choose duplicate.
Okay. Win key and P and duplicate. So this is a different way to tell it. That would be ideal for those to be duplicated so I don't lose the mouse anymore, but that did not do it. Yeah, so still not doing it. So right now I've got the capture device as my main display. Take a look at this apps list to see how much is populated there. I'm going to run over to a couple other things that I know you frequently ask for.
Svimana said for a moment I believed you. It's not in on my name.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's Bob's not your name. Device name X1, processor 12th gen i7 1255U, 1.7 gigahertz, 16 gigabytes of RAM.
Greg M. said, what does Winver show?
We'll get to that. Windows 11 Home, 23H2, and I'm still not connected to the internet. And here's the build number. So this is all what Winver is going to show you. I'll go ahead and bring Winver up anyway. Windows 11 Home, 23H2, the build number there. And let's look at disk management. It's a 1 terabyte drive. And for this client, I will be splitting that up into 2 partitions. You know, that's so quick. I'll just show you that. Shrink volume. And the second partition will do a scheduled image backup. So the way I do this is this number comes up with 926 gigabytes is the maximum it could be reduced. I just split that in half. And I'll put in either a 4 or a 5 there. And that gets it close enough to half for my purposes. And then the second partition will become the backup partition. So new simple volume next. I leave it on that default size. It's going to use all of that space. And I set it as a M drive, which would be for Macrium Reflect. Next, and then the volume label will be Macrium Backups. And a quick format. Now, you might be saying this doesn't really accomplish a backup. For my purposes, it does, because this computer is not really going to store the data. He connects remotely to his office computer. All this is going to do is if like some update comes along that messes things up, or if something else gets messed up about the operating system, I can actually remotely restore the image backup. Let's see, MS Info. Let's look at that. I'm still kind of thinking in my mind how I'm going to demonstrate the speakers. If I scroll down here, see the data encryption support, elevation. Oh, I forgot to elevate. And the, let's see, secure boot state is off. So it's not going to do encryption at this point. System information, run as administrator. I think it's going to probably give us that same message that we saw last time we went poking around for this. Yeah. Reason, drag this over to the left, float the mouse over that. Reason for failed automatic device encryption, PCR7, binding is not supported. Hardware security, test interface failed, device is not modern standby. I'm contemplating whether I care about encrypting this computer, since it's probably going to have single click remote access to his office computer. I might do that. Now, however, his Windows login is a secured login. So anyway, I haven't thought that all the way through yet. We're at 9:36. You could put into chat what you'd like me to explore on this computer, because we can still tinker around with it tomorrow. We could do, for instance, Crystal Disk Info, Crystal Disk Mark, anything else that you're interested in doing. It doesn't really matter for the purposes of my client. This computer will run circles around everything that he needs to do. So you can send that by email to this address, your request for what you'd like to see on this laptop. Oh, I'll get to the speakers here in a moment. Or put in the chat room or a comment on the video. So let's see what I can do about demonstrating speakers. I haven't connected it to the internet yet. You know what? Let's do this. Let's connect it to the internet. And this does not have an Ethernet port. So I'm going to connect it to my Wi-Fi. Let's see, I need to make this screen the main display again. Oh no, I can get away around it. All right, let's do it this way. How am I going to do it? See, the thing is, I'd rather not display connecting to my Wi-Fi on stream. In fact, I'd rather not. I should get in the habit of not displaying my neighbor's Wi-Fi SSIDs, because that can be an issue too. All right, then let's go let's identify. Okay, the capture device is number 3. So I'm going to make number 1 my main display. Yes, that worked. And what I'm working to do here is just connect to my Wi-Fi so that I can play a YouTube video. Turn that off. Connected, and then display settings. It's on the other screen. Yeah. And then make 3 my main display again. Go to Edge. Start without your data. Remove that check mark. Confirm and continue. Continue without the Google Chrome data or the Google data. More useful? No. Confirm and start browsing. Now, youtube.com/LWTDB, because we're not going to miss a chance to show this, /live will take me to the current live stream. And then I'm going to go back in DVR mode a bit so we're not getting a feedback. Dismiss that. We got that because I'm not signed in. And then the speaker is not muted. I'm not hearing any sound yet. I know it has speakers. Right click on the speaker, sound settings. So you are seeing this, yeah. Speakers. Oh, it's going out through the HDMI cable to the capture device. Wait a minute, were you hearing it? Oh. Let's see if this works. Gotta move things around here.
No way.
Well, here well, I can't show you that, but there is an audio symbol here from the capture card when I have the capture device up, and it appears that it will give audio. It's got an exclamation mark. Oh, let's see. Live Gamer Capture Port 2 is not assigned to any audio tracks, and it will not be audible in streams or recordings. To assign an audio source to a track, open the advanced audio properties. It still looks like I can. I can't show that to you because I have to punch back to the capture device to go into advanced audio properties. And oh, yeah, looks like I can. All right, so I'm assigning that capture card to an audio port, I mean to tracks. So that means just click the identify button, and the capture device shows as monitor 3. This screen shows as monitor 1. This screen I'm going to turn the volume down on that. Yes. Okay, so I'm going to try monitor 2. I'm going to try do this drop down and choose disconnect this display. So I'm telling it through this Windows configuration to disconnect. Yeah, the display that's on the back side. It is coming through. There, I'll mute it. And where is that YouTube? Let's open this edge back up. Yeah. Now, of course, I think it was Alice that was asking about the speakers. This doesn't demonstrate the speakers really, but I can unmute that gamer capture card. Or right now you should be hearing it. 3. That's weird. Now I'm going to, let's see, but I was unable to. So if I go back to advanced audio properties and change it to monitor and output, then I should be able to hear it as well.
Keith said, can you make 3 the primary display?
Yeah, that was from back then. I'm looking at that. Yeah, okay, so I can get audio through the capture card. All right. But Alice was asking for speakers. So come back to the speaker icon, change the sound settings to speakers. That video is still playing. Go back to the beginning where I know there's consistent sound. I do not hear it.
Keith said, speakers muted.
Oh, yeah, it is. Yeah, there it is. Now, for you to get a reasonable hearing of that, I've got to turn off the filters for my microphone. In 2024, and it is... Oh, I started the show early. It's 8:59 and 38 seconds. I don't know how I did that. I only work here. Somebody else posted. Okay. Now I'm going to unplug the HDMI and get this closer to the microphone. Check to make sure volume is all the way up. It's all the way up in Windows. Looking to see if there's any volume adjustment on the computer. Patriot Day, National Patriot Day, September 11th, Memorial and Museum in New York City. Huh? What? Yeah, it's all the way up. It's pretty soft. It's pretty quiet. He says it's all normal. I did go watch. I am educated about. I'm holding it up to the microphone. It's really not adequate. Where am I going to show this? Let's minimize things on this monitor to show the picture of the day from Bing. I'm taking a look in another place here to see if there's another adjustment. No, don't see it there. So anyway, if I find anything more on that, I'll let you know about it tomorrow. It's time for me to get out of here. So there's the email address if you want to send a question. And then those things that happen at the end of my show, typically I gotta get back to it. So turn off the speaker bot. And then you can click on that video or that video or that video.